moving on from our mooring that was just back there, from Martin Slade, or Fox Hangers, or as we field, Farmer's Field. Everybody parks in there. Farmer charges a £5 for the week. We've been there 2 weeks. I've used it on a regular basis, and yeah, it's really handy for work. Anyway, we're not going far today. We're only going about a mile or so, because we are slowly heading down towards Bradford on Avon for the floating fair, which is end of this month, so November at the minute. I don't know when I'm going to get this out, but yeah, November. End of November, we're headed down to Bradford on Avon. If I can say it, that's where we're going to be. Trade down there. So we're going to have a bit of summer style cruising while we can. Obviously not with the weather, although we've had some sunshine lately. Wouldn't know it today. There's a little bit of blue sky about, but not a lot. Yesterday was lovely. Anyway, I best crack on with this. There's a wide beam coming my way, and I'm in together, which means I haven't got all that much control, but I've got enough. So that chap behind us, no idea who he is, came past us while we were getting ready to set off. Got himself stuck on the sill, getting out of the way of a wide beam. So yeah, just stopped and helped give him a little unstuck. All about community, but they've gone far from where I just left off. It was literally just around the corner. Coppards, local crane and plant hire. There we go. And this is actually Martin Slade itself, little hamlet. There's a little private mooring on the left hand side here. I saw the boat normally moors on there up north somewhere, so I don't know whether they're stuck or whether they sold up. Either way, it's a nice little spot to moor. Not much in the way of solar. I never moor through here. Mostly because, well, tree lined. Like I say, no solar, not even in the middle of the summer. But it can be quite nice if you need shade, if it's hot. Didn't need much of that this year. God, these water levels are down today. Crawling. Absolutely crawling. But still. Getting there slowly, which is the aim of the game. This is Sells Green. You can hear me over the engine noise, a bit rattly today. But yeah, Pete's there on the water point. I'm stopping for water in a couple of days. I know where the water points are, so he's desperate, I'm not. I'm going to get water on Monday when we go down through Seamed. For now, we've got a swing bridge coming up in a bit. And then I'm going to find a mooring. I know, exciting. Just a mile. Just over. Thereabouts. A little bit of a spot of luck. The swing bridge isn't easy. I was going to interrupt Helen's work pattern, but just been seen by my mate John, or our mate John should I say, and he's going to go open the gate for the swing bridge. Lovely. Cheers, John. There we go. Got moored exactly where I want to be. This is one of my preferred little moorings. Up on the ridge line there, you normally get some alpacas, which makes for interesting viewing. So this will do us for the weekend. Treating ourselves to hard standing, which is few and far between. Yeah, I've got to be careful here because there is a winding hole just over there, but the winding hole kind of teams up with the landing for the swing bridge. So as long as you're forward enough, and Pete's back end is forward of that little the larger bush there, which means we are both clear of the winding hole. And Pete's having himself a little fish while Walter watches on. But, I'm doing well. Ooh, what time are we on now? About an hour and a half. So, going to get myself ready for that. Quick bite to eat before I go. And then go serve the people some beers and make them happy. But, and then continue on Monday. Good fun. As you can hear, engine is running. Sunday morning. And we are headed down. We need water today, so yeah, headed down through Seamed, past a pub called the Barge. There's a water point down there, and then we're going to moor up in about 5 locks time. So a nice gentle Sunday morning. Pete's just gone ahead because there's a swing bridge. Well, at the rate he's going, Helen's probably going to be there first. I have to say, after a summer that was a bit of a non-entity, autumn's being quite spectacular, isn't that? I hope it's the same way you are. Loving all this. It's been rather kind to us. If a little chilly. Weather drops this week, so down to freezing temperatures. By the time you see this, that will have happened. Maybe it's still about. Maybe we'll have some snow. Are we dreaming of a white Christmas? Oh, I know, I said the dreaded C word, I shouldn't. But, well, it's coming. There's nothing you can do to stop it. I know that boat. I know it very well. The old Honeysuckle Rose, our first home on the water. It's nice to see her still out here, actually. It really is. One of those worries. It's not yours anymore, but you don't want to see it sitting and rotting. But no, she's looking rather lovely still. Those guys are happy and enjoying themselves. One day I might actually get to meet them. Everybody else has, we haven't. I'm not going to lie, there is a bit of a chill to that wind. We're sheltered where we are at the minute. I've got on one side and a bailey and trees on the other, so we're dipping down into a valley a bit. But, yeah, up on top of the hill there, that way, up past Helen, we were quite in a breeze. And yeah, that is chill. Not complaining though, definitely not complaining. Still a rather lovely sunny day. There we go, the excitement of the water point. It's going to take us about an hour because we are dead empty. It's good to empty out every now and then. Means you haven't got water sitting going stale in the base. But that's the barge in, Wardworth's premises. Matty Penfold's boat. And the bins are up there. So these service points are spread out along the whole length of this section, and there's 2 visitor moorings. One in front of us and one behind us. We've got 2 more lots to go and we're going to go down there. And that'll be us for the evening. Water point done. Off to the lock going in, so we'll go join him in just a second. 2 more lots to go, find a mooring, and then pop to Tesco's for a loaf of bread. Lovely. Quick point of interest. Well, if you're interested, it is anyway. This field here is being converted into paddocks because Wadworth Brewery, a few breweries left that have still got dray horses, and they do go out every now and then and deliver beer to their pubs via the horses. A couple of Shire horses, Max and Sam, I think they're called. Yes, so they do that every now and then, and that is their field. They're on holiday in Wales at the minute though, because that field's not quite ready. They haven't got any stables in there as yet. So once the stables are built, those guys will be back, and there'll be Shire horses next to the barge in Seamed Cleeve, or technically Seamed Cleeve because it's Cleeve is at the bottom of the hill and Seamed itself is at the top of the hill. So another point of interest. Ooh, lucky get what you get too. So that's the village of Seamed Cleeve, and just in the middle there somewhere you can just about make it out. Zoom in. There, Brewery Inn, one of my favourite pubs to go to when I'm down this way. Lovely little place, proper pub. All moored up for the day, just below Scene, bottom lock, which is just there. So that'll do us down Semmington in a couple of days' time. So this is a 48-hour mooring, 2 days, all year round. So we're only stopping for a couple of days, treating ourselves to having the rings to moor to. But I think we're going to pop ourselves up to Tesco's, grab a loaf of bread and some other little bits of essentials, and then Wednesday moving swiftly onwards to top of Semmington, which is 3 swing bridges, easy enough to do on your own. So yeah, that would be fun. For now, like I say, Tesco's. Good morning. It's now Tuesday, so I'm going to move a day early. And as you can see, I decided to cruise in the snow. So it's going to be a chilly one. I've got 3 swing bridges and 2 locks to do. Trying to time it again for Helen being on lunch. So time now is about 11 o'clock. I don't know if Pete's going to be joining us or not, but I wouldn't blame him for staying put in this weather. But I want to get gone because There's somebody here running their engine till stupid o'clock at night. You're only supposed to run your engines till 8 o'clock. But 10:30's a bit ridiculous, really. It wouldn't have been so bad if I weren't up playing my trombone. I joke, I ain't played trombone in over 30 years. And there you go, there's something you know about me now. I used to play trombone. So anyway, I best untie from the rings. We treated ourselves to some rings on a visit mooring, so... And move on. I think I'm going to need to find some gloves though. That snow's not letting up any. In fact, it's got a bit heavier since I did my little video a little while ago. But still, makes for a rather pretty cruise though. I've seen up and down the country everywhere it's blanketed in snow. I don't think it's going to lay here because we've had rain all night. So unless this keeps up all day, it should be fine. But the plan is get to Symington, retrieve the van, and then Sunday, because I'm not working Sunday, move on down. Like I said, go down, hopefully catch some music. Nice. Anyway, try and get some nice pictures. There's Pete, he's getting ready to go. I'm going to meet him down at Swingbridge. Did actually start my day going down the weed hatch because felt a little bit of a lack of power on Sunday getting down to here. So yeah, I thought I'd go down there, do that. And let me tell you something for nothing. That water is damn freezing. If these freezing temperatures keep up for long, it won't be long before we're all frozen in. So I think the plan will be do the fair at Bradford, turn tail and run back. Because I want to be up here for, or up this way for Christmas. That way I'm close to work. One Swingbridge down. Would seem I upset somebody past there. Accelerated once I was very much past his boat. So I guess he spends a lot of time shouting at people. You get them. They're all over the place. Anyway, Pete's now ahead of us. On to the next swing bridge by Giles Wood, Farmer Giles Farm. And Bailey's got a coat on. I don't think she's too happy about the snow. She was alright a minute ago, but so I'm probably going to let her in. I've got the doors closed to keep the heat in. So, yeah, I'll let her in. Do you want to go in, darling? Yeah? Alright, Alex. Pete's just getting the swing bridge open. And that there is Giles Farm. Next to Giles Wood. So the guy that owns Giles Farm, beyond my chimney there we go, let's lift you up, there we go, that's better. He's big into his vintage motorsport. In fact, that barn contains a couple of race cars and all sorts of vintage paraphernalia, and he funded the planting of all this woodland. So you look it up online, it says he planted it. I don't think he did. I think he paid somebody to do it. But it's a nice little walk. There's some good nature trails in there. Good little place to take your dog. It might be stiff. Pete might need a hand with this one. Bench there where Tim and Prue sat and had a cup of tea on their Great Canal adventures. There you go, you can see more of what's going on down there. There you go. Got all the vintage signs and what have you. And I would believe they are genuine and not reproduction. This bit you're directed left and right of here, so headed downhill, got to go to the right. But this is the aqueduct that crosses the A350. A lot of people miss the fact that it's here when you're driving on the road. It just looks like a chunky bridge. that way is north. Take you up to Chippenham and the M4. And if I come across that way is south. I'll take you to Salisbury and Stonehenge, I suppose, yeah. Perfect timing. Helen's on lunch, so she's done the lock. The next lock is just up ahead. The only reason I can see to moor in this pound is if you're going into that workshop. There's a workshop on the left hand side, Semmington Dry Dock. No other reason, because it empties out bloody quick. Come on Bailey, there's lots to do, darling. Get on with it. Slow saunter through this one, let Helen catch up. See if we see anybody we know. There we go, Semmington Dry Dock. Available for all your fit out and painting needs. You can either hire them DIY, I think it's about £450 a week, or you can pay them to do the job for you. So I'm just going to hang around in the middle here for a minute and wait for the lock. There's the crew. That is the old entrance to the Wilton Parks Canal. The old line goes up through the trees next to the road. It's under restoration, there are parts that are in water. If you go back to some of my Thames videos through Abingdon, you'll see I caught the other end of it up there, which is obviously where it went. Now then, we're having troubles with the pumps. But, yeah, anyway, back to the Wilton Barks. The new line is proposed to go up from here when they get there. So some of these moorings will go. Let's visit moorings. It's 48 hours. And it will go up through the fields up there. The trench will be dug by housing development. So as part of the deal that they got the housing allowance, that they would dig the trench, or the cutting as it were. Don't often moor up on these visitor moorings. We've got a couple of friends just up here, but we're going to go around the corner. Pete's going to take one of these moorings down here and we're going to carry on. There we go. I knew there was somebody down here we know. Well, Dr. Boondigger. The guys on there, lovely people. Looks like they're headed my way for Christmas, which is nice. That's where they were last year. Lovely people. And Tom and Rachel on Namaste. Finally get to have that catch up we've been promising. You never know, stranger things have happened. So, carrying on around the corner and hopefully find a spot. It's very popular down here because it's good for parking, and you get a lot of solar, so really good. There we go. We are moored up to go just outside of Semmington. It's actually roughly where I want it to be. So the locks and visitor moorings are just back past through around that corner, and we are right in the countryside overlooking the Vale of Melksham. It's still got heavy, got lighter, got heavy, kind of sleety now actually. So I'm going to go in. I'll warm myself up by the fire for 5 minutes before I have to do something else and get something to eat, I think. Yeah, moving on Sunday to be down Bradford on Avon for the following weekend. Well, good morning. As you can see, I'm out and about and I'm wondering, morning dog walk with Bailey. Well, it's not particularly early. As you can hear, the wind's stood up. Don't know what it was like with you over the weekend, but we certainly had a lot of wind. I think it hit most of the country. Oh, got battered about a bit, but everything's good. Didn't lose anything to the cut off the roof, which is nice. And yeah, going to move on to Bradford on Avon today. It was supposed to be yesterday, as I said a clip or two back, but yeah, I wasn't provisioning them. But everywhere here is a bit flooded. Turn the camera, that's a field. stream normally runs just the other side of this small aqueduct, Semmington Brook. I'll show you once we get a hillier, probably the best view of it. So, there. I have sat down there before now. I'm drinking a chat and let the dogs play. Not today. But yeah, so we're moving on. I've heard there's a bit of flooding in Bradford, but I think that mostly concerns the river. Tow paths are going to be a bit damp, but they're going to dry out fairly quick. So shouldn't be too bad. It's fairly normal around here. Anyway, I better get back, put the canopy down, and look at pushing onwards. Oh joy. Like I said, at least the wind's dropped a bit. It's still there, but not too bad. Hopefully it's going to stay favourable for us. Who knows? See? There we go, we're on the move now. It's just after 12. A nice little lunchtime cruise. Going to stop at the boatyard and top up the diesel. I've got 3 empty jerry cans to get, and yeah, I'll top the tank off, why not, while I'm there. Yeah, so do that, all the good stuff. There's always something I forget to get in there. There's something I've been forgetting to get for ages, which is a couple of new switches, or rocker switches rather than pull switches. Did you just catch my throttle? You did, didn't you? Well, I've got to slow down anyway. There's a board boat coming up, so anyway, let's switch. That's what today looks like. Beautiful. A bit windy. Catch you off guard every now and then. But quite nice. This is coming up to a section called Wadden Lane, which is a lane on one of the bridges around the corner. But as is most of the K&A, very much countryside. Bradford on Avon is the next biggest town we get to. Not intending to go straight into Bradford on Avon. I'm going to stop before somewhere near the marina, which is just out of town. It'll do me for a few days. There's a visitor more in there, so hopefully I'll get a space on that. He says, without irony. Anyway, cruising slowly onwards. There you go. So this is Wadden Lane. Well, the next bridge is Wadden Lane. This is just an access bridge between farmers' fields over there in the sun and over there towards the mountain. So yeah, bridge in the distance there. We can zoom in a bit, you can just about make it out. Here's Wadden Lane. Very popular place to moor up down here because there is a little bit of parking down there. But when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. So it's not generally somewhere I stop if I've got to move the vehicle. The last thing I want to do is have to park miles away and have a half-hour walk back, especially this time of year. Been caught out with that before. To shelter. And after that, it's round into Marsh Farm, where there's some decent little moorings, private moorings, and a coffee shop. First I thought there was massive flooding across there. The closer I got, it's actually a solar farm. Quite extensive. Be interested to know how much it actually puts out. Also I've got my own little solar farm, and does me up front there. Keeps my batteries topped up. It means I can watch a couple of films of an evening if I want to. A bit of a black cloud. The sun is warm when it shines, but the wind is cold when it blows. So I've resorted to sunglasses and a nice good coat. But, this is Marsh Farm moorings coming up, Marsh Farm. Yeah. So just coming up on the Marsh Farm moorings. It's a bit narrow here because of the reeds on the right hand side, so you've got to keep your wits about you. During the summer it's a bit more difficult because you can't really see over them, but I can see over the top, and I can't see any boats on the move. You do get caught out every now and then, but most of the time it works out. Of course you don't want to get pushed over because you'll end up with those reeds around your prop, and then you can't go anywhere. There goes the moorings. Let's zoom in a little bit. Down there is Hamish, and he looks rather cold. He used to have more clothes on than that, I'm sure he did. Maybe the wind blew him off over the weekend. Happens. And this, if you can make it out, is the boatyard. Luckily the service dock is empty, so I'm just running straight in. Nearly 5 years ago, almost to the day, 5 years at the start of next month, this is where our boating journey began, Milperton. We got craned in just there, and it was bloody cold that morning, freezing. That was a rather sharp introduction into the world of narrowboating. Absolutely no regrets. It was a great day, if a little cold, but no regrets. All filled up at the boatyard. Got my jerry cans full and topped off the tank, and onward through the outskirts of Trowbridge. So we go past the industrial estate, Canal Road Industrial Estate, right on the edge of that. So this is right on the edge of the trading estate, just up there. This is air-sprung bridge, and that is because air-sprung mattresses are made just up there. They do a factory site and shop. I may end up popping in there at some point for a mattress, because mine is just about done. I'm going to need a new one anyway, so go and see what they've got. Maybe they've got something in a sale. There's our friend Christine Armstrong, Crystal, Traders Has-Been Handbags. They are headed the same way as us because they are also trading at the floating fair next weekend. One of my favourite cruises, this. Just going through the woods. Goes downhill to the right, through that gap there. That white bit you can see, or grey bit, is the River Avon. It's in flood after the weekend storm. But it's actually just a nice little cruise. I wouldn't moor up through here, mostly because of the trees. That door on that. I love something interesting and different. Anyway, back to the cruise at hand. Yeah, I wouldn't moor up through here because of the trees, so you don't get any solar. Other than that, gorgeous. There we go. This is coming up on the area where I'm going to be looking for moorings. It looks fairly busy, but you never know. But this is why I start looking for moorings early. That way I can get roughly where I want to be. I might have to go a little bit further, but I'm sure I'll find something. Well, there's no luck down there, so carry on. Might find a bit of luck after the next bridge. This is Bradford on Avon Marina. So Sally narrowboats operate out of there. And my mate Sean is moored in there. If you're watching this, hello Sean, maybe we should be up for a pint this week. We're going to push on around the corner and see what we find. Well, all moored up. Bit of a fight to get the pins in. The ground's quite solid here, but we're in, we're done, and this is where I'm going to leave this week's video. So next time we'll include some footage of the floating fair, etc. But we're just in Avon, just down that way is town, just back that way is the marina, so a little bit further than I want it to be ideally, and unfortunately under trees. Not a lot I can do about that. We just needed them. But yeah, that's it. Oh, I need a drink of something. Oh, orange juice or something, I think, maybe. And then I've got some errands to run. Joys. I'll see you later.